When I got out of the military, I had a hard time translating my military experience into the civilian world. I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for my wife, I probably would have been that homeless or impoverished vet. But it can be easier with the right support. I'm Mark Casper, and I'm the Executive Director of Tech4Troops. In today's world, you have to have a computer to be able to apply for jobs. Our mission is to empower veterans in need with computers and training to get back in the workforce.
Here at Tech4Troops, we're here to push you forward to get you back to where you want to be in life. When the veterans come in, I teach them everything you could think of that's done with a computer. I want them to feel that this is a tool that's going to help them get their life back.
I went into a kind of a deep depression. Eventually, I lost my job and I was out on the street. The computer was able to connect me to the web, and I was able to start putting resumes out. And you have to have these small building blocks to get from point A to point B. I'm not worried about employment anymore.
The need is great, and we want to be able to support our veterans across the nation.
All right, welcome everyone to the Tech4Troops event here at the Charlotte Roval. Thanks for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network. I am Rick Souza here with my broadcasting partner, John DeRudris. And John, this is kind of like a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. It's a little bit of a road course, a little bit of an oval.
It is. We are at the Charlotte Roval. It's one of the most interesting tracks that has joined, or track configurations that has joined the NASCAR schedule. And right there you could see how interesting it is. You know, you're like, oh yeah, you're just going to keep on going straight along the backstretch going to turn 3. Nope, you have a little bit of a bus stop right there. It's one of the most unique and challenging tracks on the circuit. You have heavy braking points, you have passing zones, and you also have turn 1 and turn 2 to navigate, as you see Chris Roval doing right now, going onto the front stretch, passing the start-finish line. So it's a very interesting racetrack. It always provides great racing here, and we got some of the best out here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series playoff race number 2, Rick. So, you know, we have one more race after this in round 1, and we're going to be moving down from 16 drivers all the way to 10. You know, Mr. Chris Roval, he is obviously one of the championship favorites, of course. So he's looking to just, you know, add another win today. Why not? Let's just add another one to his championship pedigree.
Well, and I think there's another driver that may contest that. Lilith Peters right now is on track in qualifying, and she has been a beast on the road courses.
Yeah, she's been one of the best road course drivers on the circuit, winning at Watkins Glen. It was a fantastic race to watch. She kicked everybody's butt. She was the class of the field, and as I like to put it, she put on a clinic. And so let's see what she was able to do. She was not at the top of the boards today in practice, but she was in second right behind Chuck Van Scoik, who is now sitting at the top of the leaderboard. So we'll see how that changes as this race goes on.
All right, qualifying is underway. There's approximately 24 drivers here tonight who are braving the playoff round here at the Roval. If you are looking at our board, whether the tower or the crawl, if you see a driver that's highlighted in blue, that indicates he is in the playoffs. Now, this is, as John said, race 2 of a 3-race cut. And as we said earlier, there's a number of drivers who are kind of right there on the bubble in the playoffs. So right there, you see that red line at line 10. Jeff Nairn is right there. Cody Sturgill is nipping at his heels. Same with Philip Vandertwick, Justin Horton. All those guys, really everybody in that top 16 is within reach of that 10th position. So should be a very interesting race. You didn't want to miss it because every point counts. But at the same time, it's a road course. So
it's a road course.
Some
for
drivers
sure. And
have that, in their bag of tricks. Others not so much.
For sure. So we'll see who's able to pull out some magic here tonight at the Roval. And while we're on the topic of the Roval itself, what does this track consist of? Like I mentioned before, a lot of different configurations here. You have the oval and you have this road course. Well, we are looking at the quote-unquote old road course that is technically not in circuit anymore because they are going to be making changes to the actual configuration of this race.
I think the truck is bringing up that graphic right now.
Absolutely. So when it comes to this track, everything is basically the same. You have the corners, you have the bus stop, you're cutting down pit road. It's a very similar track. The one thing that's going to be different is you're not going to make an extreme right-hand corner where that yellow is. You're actually going to keep on going forward, and it's going to create essentially Martinsville, almost like a Coda turn 1, if you want to consider that. So that's going to be the new configuration for the next gen era once that track gets released on Charlotte. But today we're running the old version, which is the yellow line. So it's going to be interesting to see how the cars act on that new configuration. But today they are running the classic Roval, as we want to call it. So,
well, qualifying is over, John.
Yes, it is.
So we should be able to bring up the grid.
Let's get our starting to get these cars fired up here. All righty, here we go. So on the pole is Mr. Nathan Harper with his teammate in second, Lilith Peters. In third, you have Chris Farrell already locked into the next round with Ty Bostic starting in P4, Chuck Van Scoik starting in fifth, Garrett Johnson in sixth, Mike Slatker in seventh, Chad Jones in eighth, Zach Ward in ninth, and Sammy Harrell rounds out the top 10.
In the 11th, Jeff Nairn. Ryan D. Cook is in 12th. In 13th, Cody Sturgill. 14th, Justin Horton. Zach Allen in 15th, and Aaron Jackson in 16th. Luke Bullard in 17th, and Maurice Burnett is in 18th. In 19th, John Ledger, and Christoph Hall is your top 20.
In 21st, you have Philip Vandertwick there with Marco Berube in 22nd, Jeremy Flanagan starting in 23rd, and Jeff Denny starting in 24th. While we're here, Rick, we got David Watts, 25th. David Watts in 25th. While we're here, let's go ahead and let's get the keys to the race in, because they're going to go through this dog leg on the back stretch, and then we're going to be going green here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So for the Roval, again, for the Roval, not the Oval. At Charlotte, especially on a road course, any road course, the number one thing you have to do, you have to survive. So that is basically number one. And when you survive the race, you're able to make it to the end and keep yourself out of trouble. And that's what it takes sometimes. You don't have to be at the front, even though that helps. You don't have to be at the front to get to the end of one of these races. So make sure to survive. Number two, tires versus gas. We've seen this time and time again, especially when we saw it at Watkins Glen. Some drivers didn't even take tires because of the track position gain you had, and the tire wear wasn't really severe. So who's going to take tires? Who's not going to take tires? Who's only going to take gas? And then the third thing I'm worried about here tonight, which is more along the lines of, hey, watch out, track limits and offs. So you have a certain amount of incident points that you can acquire during a race. That's one thing we're going to be paying attention to live to see if anybody has to serve a penalty for having too many incident points or track limit violations. So 50 laps, pit road speed 40 miles an hour, no quick repairs, 5 sets of tires, 50% fuel, 3 green and white checker restarts, and a track temp of 126. So it's a little bit hotter here today for this race on the Roval. But here we go. Nathan Harper leading this 24-car field down into this wild restart zone, and we are off green flag racing here at the Charlotte Roval.
Spins.
Oh, she is on the apron. She's going to come back up the track right by Mike Slatker. She gets in right all right, but that is not what Lilith Peters wanted. Rick, we talked about her being one of the best, and unfortunately got a little bit loose.
Yep, she sure did. Easy to do on that start. She made
we got a car wrecking in the back, though. Excuse me, sorry, Rick. I think it was a 48. He got back straight. I apologize, but I saw a car sideways, but he fixed it.
Well, we expect to see a lot of action here at the back of the pack, as we talked about earlier. You know, guys have, some people are just born road course drivers, and others are not, and you pick and choose your battles. So I'm sure in the back, those that qualify as well are probably beating and banging with other drivers that sometimes struggle with road courses. So that's going to be some good races to watch.
This is one corner that's always exciting here on the backstretch. Oh, the 06 locked it up. He is now on to the bottom portion of the track. Now in NASCAR, you have to make a full stop and you have to go again. In iRacing, you just have to concede your speed for a certain amount of time and then you're able to go. So that is a mistake from, unfortunately, well, he's already locked into the next round. But that was Chris Farrell in the 06. Here comes Lilith Peters out of the inside.
Contact!
Oh, contact, Lilith in the wall.
Contact with Chris Farrell as well. She gets it refired, but she's now back in 14th. She started second.
Man, that was a tough break. I think she locked it up going into the second to last turn, and it just didn't stick, Rick.
No, it did not.
Drove right into the side of Chris Farrell. Unfortunate for both of those drivers, some of the best here on the road course scene.
And that's one thing to remember, that there are no quick repairs in this league. If you break it, you own it, you're not going to continue to go on.
And there's no cautions either. We have to say that as well. No cautions. Unless there is something that race control calls, which is very unlikely, there is not going to be any full course caution. There might be a local caution, but nothing that's going to stop the field entirely. There you have right there. That is Ty Bostic running in second. Charles Van Scoik behind him. And in that very bright teal car, that is Garrett Johnston, the number 20.
Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on some of these drivers. Garrett Johnston has got over a 3,000 I rating. His safety rating is 4.99. That's literally the highest rating you can have.
Exactly. It's great. And Nathan Harper has a 5,800 I rating, highest in the field. That is, I believe.
He absolutely does.
And it's showing right now. And with looking at Nathan Harper and where he stands in the playoff standings, he's 7th, so he's right there. He can't afford an okay finish. He has to finish well, and this would be a way to stamp his place into the next round of the playoffs. But right now, Rick, we have Nathan Harper, Ty Bostic, Charles Van Scoik, Garrett Johnson, Mike Slatker there. Those are your top playoff drivers. The next playoff driver is Chris Farrell in 8th, Zach Ward in 9th, and Jeff Heron in 10th. Split between Chad Jones and Sammy Harrell there for 6th and 7th place.
I think this is a good battle here between Ty Bostic and Charles Van Scoik. They're competing over second place right now.
Ty slide.
And that's the broadcaster's curse right there, buddy.
Rick, man.
Has to come sometime.
We got out of the way early. Sorry, Ty. It happens. But that's going to move Chuck up to 2nd. That's going to move Ty back to 8th.
He is currently in 8th. That is correct.
And looking right now, there's a battle right now with Horton and the 98 of Christoph Hall going into the second to last corner. Looks like a pass was able to be made there.
Yeah, The 39 of Horton just kind of backed off just a little bit. Oh, contact.
And, oh yeah, into the wall. And also we missed it, but Ryan D. Cook completely missed the last 2 corners this last time by, and drove and did his own little pass through the grass. So
he's going to wind up in the penalty box for that.
Yep, and looking right now at incidents, everybody's pretty much level. Nothing too crazy going on from an incident perspective. We do have a battle, though, forming between, looks like Ryan Cook, like I just mentioned. If a couple cars, you know, right there, you have the 98 of Christoph Hall. Let's see if Ryan Cook's going to put a move on here at the bus stop. Lets off just a little bit. That's going to open up the door.
5 cars headed towards that stop. Pretty clean, actually.
Ryan Cook has another run here. He is lined up right behind Christoph Hall. That is for 15th and 16th. And here comes, I believe that is Jeremy Flanagan on the bottom side.
Yep, that's exactly who that is. That's a 72 of Jeremy Flanagan.
Rick, we got another battle forming right now between Chad Jones and Chris Worrell in the middle of turn 1 and turn 2. They are side by side.
Chad Jones gave it up. He let him go.
Yeah, that's a battle for position, but he let him go.
That was Sammy Harrell, I think, hard on the binders there, trying to get that 43 slowed down. Chris Morel is charging back up through the field after that early incident with Lil Peters.
Yep, he is 11 seconds behind the leader now, and that's a big gap for a road course. You gotta, that's the one thing about road course racing. You know, if you consider it as, you know, hey, it is a road course, you really have to be out front if you want to, you know, have the ball in your own court. You can play the catch-up game a little bit to avoid some of the chaos, but track position is everything because everybody's going to be so single file. There's really not going to be too much, you know, consistent passing. You have to set up your corners and make sure you run your line.
As we mentioned earlier, this is pretty much a caution-free event. So when you do have commercials, we'll run those side by side. I want to thank you for tuning in to the IWM broadcast network of this Tech4Troops Cup Series. We bring this to you each and every Wednesday night. We are in the midst of our playoffs, and next week will be our first cut at the end. Well, Nathan Harper continues to strengthen his lead. He's got almost 3 seconds over Chuck Van Scoik, but Chuck's not going away. It's just fractional changes here.
Yeah, I remember Chuck said multiple times, "Oh, I'm not a good road course racer." He finished second at Watkins Glen, and he's second right now. I don't know what Chuck's trying to pull there.
Oh, I think he's a poker player.
Yeah, some reverse psychology up here with us on us, because he is running some of the fastest times on the board right now. Fastest lap actually has been run by Lilith Peters.
You just see the
in the wall.
Yeah, he just crashed hard. Body parts are flying, so do you think he is back in the pits? He towed, so that may be the end of his night. It sounded like he blew an engine.
Yep, body parts of the car, not any individuals. It's just the car that's falling apart.
Bullard.
Oh, another car.
Absolute Bullard in the grass. Lucas currently running in 13th right now.
everybody fairly, spread out here at Charlotte, at the Roval.
Yeah, let's see if we can bring up that track. I'm not sure if that track map works for this. Oh, yeah, there, sure it does.
There it is.
So as you can see, yeah.
The distance, yeah, it's exactly the distance between first and last.
Yeah, bringing up that gap information to see it better. So David Watts, Jeff Nini, he is nearly 1 full minute behind. Well, he's just over a minute behind, and it takes about minute 22 to get around this track. So he's kind of the first guy to go a lap down outside of those guys who had they had track incidents. That was Maurice Burnett and Zach Allen.
Looks like Christoph Hall is on pit road. Not really sure why, Rick. Oh yeah, Christoph Hall hard into the turn 1 wall. Very hard incident.
We got it right here on
for Christoph.
replay. Oh yeah, big hit.
mean, that was a very odd line, Rick. Oh, we got a car wrecked up front too. Whoa, who was that at the top of the screen?
Oh, I don't know.
That was at the end of that video. It was somebody else who was wrecked. Not really sure who that was.
Jeff Denise's car has a few battle scars as well. He may
It
have
was a
been.
39. Excuse me, Rick. It was a 39.
That's Justin Horton.
Justin Horton.
I think I can bring that up. Hang on one second. We'll watch the 39 of Justin Horton. There goes Christoph Hall into the wall, and then there's the 39 spinning out. All right, back up front, Nathan Harper is all by his lonesome as he increases that gap over Chuck Van Scoik. I find a closer battle on the track, maybe Ty Bostic.
I think the closest battle we have is between, Bostic, Peters,
Jones, maybe. This group of cars
yeah,
right here.
Oh, somebody locked it up.
Sammy Harrell, that's not his first time. Oh, he just cuts through the middle. That is not an allowed way around this track.
No, it's not. And while this is happening, the 7 just went by Chad Jones. That is Zach Ward. Just took a position away. Let's see if somebody's going to lock it up into this corner. Coming a little hot, but they got it under control. But yeah, you're right. That's not quite the right line.
No, not the right line. The right line. But hey, I guess it works. Just kind of looking through our data to see who to watch. Possibly John Ledger and Justin Horton back here, as Justin Horton charges back from an earlier incident around lap 8.
Jeremy Flanagan just blew through the last corner there. He is now slow on the inside, right behind John Ledger there, about to be at the top of the screen. He's all back on track. Got a car on pit road. David Watts making his way down pit road here on lap 10 of 50. I see a black flag in his line of sight. Potentially.
Incident points?
No, we only
Track
have
limits?
4.
Interesting.
4
All right.
incident points.
Back up front, Nathan Harper continues to lead. We're on lap 11 of a scheduled 50 laps here. So we're going to take this opportunity here at lap 11 for a quick commercial break. You're not going to miss anything. We will run this side by side, and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Jack Raymondson. I manage business development here at Tech4Troops, and I'm my second year with this amazing veteran nonprofit owned and operated by veterans for veterans. I served in the U.S. Marine Corps as an amphibious assault crewman from 1992 to 1996. I also served in the U.S. Coast Guard from 2002 to 2007, joining after 9/11 as an operations specialist, then serving as an instructor at Coast Guard Training Center, Yorktown. I also spent many years as a first responder volunteering as an EMT and fireman. I'm here at Tech4Troops because I believe in our mission to empower veterans and their families with the gift of computers and technology training, as well as our outreach to help curb veteran suicide while providing a safe and meaningful community where veterans are treated with respect and dignity. We are aiming for zero veteran suicide through gaming and other program opportunities. We help veterans regain a new sense of purpose and help them see they have a brighter future ahead of them. It truly is an honor and my pleasure to serve my fellow veterans and help give them a leg up. 2024 is Tech4Troops' 10th anniversary year, and I ask that you help us support our veterans and their families with a computer donation and or greatly needed financial contribution so we can help every last veteran in need. Together, you and Tech4Troops can be change makers. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We are live at the Charlotte Roval, watching the Tech4Troops Cup Series tackle this road course oval hybrid in the second race of the first round of the playoffs. We're looking right now at Jeremy Flanagan. Jeremy's running now in 18th. Trying to charge his way back up, but he's actually up 5 positions in where he started in 23rd.
Yep, and I believe, Aaron Jackson, Luke Bullard, Philip Vandertwick, they're all the biggest movers of the race as well with Jeremy Flanagan. So you can pass here. Oh, there's a 39 on the grass. That's not going to work too well. Or maybe it will.
All right, looking back up towards the top, Garrett Johnson just made his way past Chuck Van Scoik and has taken over second.
Yes, he has.
Well, because I think Chuck may have gotten himself in trouble. Let's go back and see if we can.
Oh, he took it a little high. Oh!
Big hit.
His race is not done, but
could be. Never know.
Could be.
Yeah.
He's looked like he's limping around there. Yeah, he's going to pull off here. Oh, that's unfortunate for Chuck. Luke Bullard off the track. He was back on, though. He should be okay.
So we're doing our best to bring you all of the action. It's a 2.8 mile or 2.28 mile track. So
yep.
Lots of corners, lots of action. We're trying to keep up with everybody and any particular battles that may be going on. We do see Lilith Peters is almost caught back up to Chris Morrell. She's working her way back up. She's down as low as 11th, I think, but now she's up to 5th.
She is up to P5, fastest lap of the race. And you're about to see this 06 car, though, catch some lap traffic here. So here's the 06 right in front of them. He just passed Jeff Denis. There's another car in front of him. I believe that is for position. That's Mike Slacker.
It is. That is
in
Mike
the number
Slacker.
14. Yep. And Mike was like, hey, there you go.
You want it, you can have it. It's early in the race. There is still, this is just 14 laps in of our scheduled 50. This is one of those tracks where, running around this many corners door to door is dangerous.
It is. It is, because the cars get really light and they get really unsettled, and just like that, you can have a bad corner and you're side by side with somebody. Good luck. Good luck, that's all I got to say.
You're hitting those turtles. That car's a foot plus in the air.
Yep. We got a car stopped at the exit of the last corner. Who is that? Don't know who that was. That was David Watts.
David Watts. David is currently 2 laps down. Jeff Nairn just blew through. Watching Jeff Nairn, the 27.
Oh yeah, he's coming in way too hot. Oh, he tried.
Yep.
That's all you can do.
Better that than spinning out.
Looks like Cody Sturgill blew through the bus stop as well. Completely missed the corner.
Garrett Johnson is really catching up to Nathan Harper.
Yeah, his last lap, he was just a little bit faster. Now this past lap, he was 2/10 slower. But watch out for Garrett Johnston. Maybe he can make a splash, get a win.
He needs it. Got reports that David Watts has just crashed as well. Yep, park it in the paint.
Well, that's one way to do it. No, I wouldn't recommend staying there.
Okay.
It's a great spot to watch the race, but I don't know if I would be too safe there.
That's right. Hey, we've joined in the booth with Mr. Jason Parker with Tech4Troops. Jason, happy Wednesday to you. Oh, Jason, can you hear us? Well, if you do chime right in, we'll bring you in. That's Jason Harper with Tech4Troops. He's part of what we're able to bring this to you each and every week. Tech4Troops is our title sponsor and has been. We've got a great relationship, a long-term relationship with Tech4Troops, and it's a worthy cause. If you get a chance, Tech4Troops, FOR troops.org. All right, we're watching Garrett Johnson try to close the gap between himself and Nathan Harper. Nathan has pretty much put himself on the pole and been running up front the whole day. No one's been able to challenge him. But just to keep this in place, Lilith Peters is now up to third.
Yeah, she's been running faster lap times than both the leaders.
Yeah, she is on a tear.
And with my calculations, she will be able to catch them around lap 37 to lap 40 if she keeps on doing what she's doing. We got a guy on pit road. That is Luke Bullard on pit road right now as we speak.
Jeff Nini as well, I believe. Unfortunately, you can see that image. Jeff Nini's car is limping around here. He's got a good bit of the front fascia missing. Buller's on pit road, getting some right side tires. I imagine he'll change the left side as well. Pit stop's running
And
pretty.
we got.
Go ahead. And the leader,
I was gonna say we got. The 4 on pit road. Nathan Harper. Got a black flag for Chuck Van Scoik. Heard it was a meatball flag. No.
Yeah, that would explain.
We got a black flag for David Watts as well, I believe.
So Nathan Harper, Lilith Peters, Mike Slagter, Ty Bostic, all on pit road.
Could this be the money stop?
Thank goodness they're slowing the race down so we can take a look at some of these paint schemes.
That's Jason. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. And we've got some really, really great schemes working tonight. I actually just heard, I believe it's number 14. Mike Slagter is running one of the original Tech4Troops. Yep, that's it. So Princess Danger on our Discord has awarded him our top prize tonight. That is $50 of that sweet Uncle Jeffrey loot for running. That was one of the original concept logos for the game core.
That's a throwback.
So, oh yeah, and that's awesome. So on behalf of Princess Danger out of our Discord, she's the original graphic designer of that. Gonna take home sweet 50 smackaroonies of old Jeffrey loot. And I also, 54 was doing it for me. David Watts is pulling around. He's got the eagle on the side. I love it. So, we're in the playoffs. I can't decide. So we're doing another 50 doubloons of good old Uncle Jeffrey loot from the Game Master himself.
All right, there you have it.
What a pleasure being here with you guys. The playoffs are nail biting. Remember, ImmerseCon is coming up June 22nd and 23rd, and thank you guys so much for letting me be here.
You got it. All right, thanks, Jason, for coming by. That's Mr. Jason Parker with Tech4Troops, able to award a number of drivers some sweet Amazon cash for the paint schemes that these drivers put together. Mr. David Watts, as well as, oh my gosh, who did I miss? Who was running that other paint?
Mike Slagter.
Mike Slagter in the 14, running a throwback Tech4Troops gaming logo. Thanks for Tech4Troops, and thanks to those drivers for making an effort to showcase those paints.
Absolutely. Always love having Mr. Jason up here in the booth. It's always a pleasure. Always chooses really cool paint schemes, and I love the Uncle Jeffrey money. I love that. That's creative. I'm gonna start calling whenever I see an Amazon delivery driver, I'm like, you don't work for Amazon, you work for Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeffrey.
There you go.
There we go. We got a car in the wall. I believe that was Garrett Johnson actually out of the last corner. Rick, he got a little squirrely, tagged the wall.
Yeah, he was just coming off the pit road. He pitted last on lap 18, so he's the only driver that pitted that late. He ran 18 laps on those tires.
And it looks like Chris Morrell leapfrogged, or maybe not yet, but you have Lilith Peters, right there. Oh, let's see. Yep, there she is.
Yeah,
that is a tight battle.
We're going to keep our eye on this battle because I think he did that during the coming right off the pit stop and was able to get by Lilith after she had already gotten by him. So we'll see how this plays out with fresh tires. As Chris Morrell put in a smoking last lap, fastest lap.
Yeah, 1:21.3. That's a very fast lap, with Lilith putting in her own personal best, a 1:21.4.
Just fractions of a second off. And when you approach these corners where there's a lot of braking, you can really make up some time with the car you're behind, depending on how they approach that corner.
For sure.
Well, he's got a rear view mirror full of Lilith Peters as he tries to get past her. Well, keep her behind her. And Lilith has caught up.
She has. She's been one of the fastest cars on road courses, Rick, and we've known that for a long time. She's been such a fantastic driver, and when she got that win at Watkins Glen, she smoked the field. I mean, absolutely destroyed the field.
Reports of Jeremy Flanagan off as well, off track, same with David Watts. So one of the things we were talking about earlier here is that you can go off track or outside of the track limits, and iRacing assigns you an incident point or two for that or worse, and you can only have so many before it will then throw a black flag and you'll have to do a stop and go penalty in the pits.
Yep, it happens, but it's unfortunate, but it's racing, and They exist for a reason. But when you can do it right, let me tell you, you can fly around this track. As we see right now, two of the best right now, the 01 and the 06 battling for position. They are 12 seconds back from Nathan Harper, who is clear out front. Nobody in front of him. He is all by himself. Just on a lovely Wednesday night stroll.
Yep, he will have the 48 in his sights soon enough. He's got some lap traffic he's having to deal with. But right now, the battle is for second between Lilith Peters and Chris Worrell. In fact, they're approaching, so they had some traffic ahead of them, which could complicate things.
Yep, that's a 39 of Justin Horton and the 19 of John Ledger.
That is the
They
tail
are racing
end.
for position.
Yep,
Yep,
that's it.
but they. Yep. And you can just see the distance right there, how much the 06 made up on the 39 of Justin Horton, who's running 16th right now.
Yeah,
Nope,
but this
and
this is going to be very challenging because it has slowed him up.
Everybody moves out of the way though, so that was all good racing right there.
Will John Ledger move over?
Oh, hold on. Where'd he go?
There
Side
he
by
is.
side. He did, kind of.
Okay.
There he goes.
Yeah, he backed out of the throttle. But these two are close.
Very close.
Oh,
We
they-
talked about these two drivers on the beginning of the broadcast. You know, Chris Worrell already locked in, but, you know, why not add another win to your resume? And then you have Lilith Peters, who won at the Glen. So why not, you know, go back-to-back on road courses? But you got her teammate, Nathan Harper. Oh, those sixes. Wow, he looked
Wow.
like he was in motocross right there. I mean, he was jumping over everything.
Well, that definitely cost him position.
Yeah, I think that might have been the broadcaster's curse there, Rick, again. So,
Yep, there you go.
you know,
We've done it
happens.
twice.
Done it twice.
All right, looking back through the field, let's see, let's bring up some data. Well, we can go back and look at the 70 of Chad Jones. It's got Sammy Harrell trying to chase him down, but really, I'm looking for some tight battles. There's not a lot.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This may be the toughest. Well, maybe let's go up to the. Let's see.
I mean, we got a battle. You have Nathan Harper approaching a lap down car of Philip Vandertwick there. You have Chad Jones and Sammy Harrell within a second of each other. That is for position.
Yep, we were just watching that one.
Yep. That's really about it out of Lilith and Chris.
Lilith gets by the 99. Chris is trying to get back up. He has really got his foot in it.
I wonder if that car has any damage from him going over those pesky turtles there on the front stretch.
We can ride along, see what we see. We haven't done that much tonight.
Yeah, let's ride along here at the Charlotte Roval.
Oh, Lilith tagged the wall in front of him.
You can just see how much wheel he's putting into it just to get over in the bus stop.
Well, I mean,
And
he
Lilith-
aggressively bit on those turtles.
Mhm. He bit the turtles, but you got to be careful. Those turtles can bite back like they're about to right here
there,
again.
Yep.
Man, him and Lil both over aggressive into that corner. Just, I think that's a matter of the tires as well. Your tires get a little bit worn, and it's all about kind of chasing the car at that point.
Let's go on board with Lilith. Super tight around that corner. Staying in second gear. Counter steering to really get that bite. Twelve cars remain on the lead lap here at the Charlotte Roval. We are just approaching halfway, 25 laps to go.
We got a pretty intense battle between Sammy Harrell right here and I believe Vandertwick. Or my bad, that might be Chad Jones.
It is
Yeah,
Chad
there's
Jones for 70.
Yeah, they've been like this for a couple laps now. Sammy's put the heat on him.
See, one of the challenges that you face here as a road course is that aggressively going at this with all that lateral force that you'll have through all of those corners, you can really eat up your tires.
Oh yeah, you can, and that's where paying attention to, what and how you're approaching the corners. That's also, some of the most important things you need to do, because you don't want to overcook your tires, or worse, slide your tires. Oh, Sammy's coming in pretty hot right here. Able to get it woed down. He's been like this every lap. I agree. Oh, a little loose there as well. See if he maybe takes the position. Here's Chad Jones on the high side. Maybe a crossover. Nope, Chad just lets him go.
That was for position. That moves Sammy Harrell up to 9th. And Sammy didn't qualify badly. He was in 10th, but pick up a spot here over his qualifying position. But back up front. Lilith is still 12, almost 13 seconds behind Nathan Harper.
Yeah, that gap's been pretty consistent here as the race has just gotten by halfway.
Last lap by, she picked up 0.3 over him.
Yeah, it's got to be more than that, Rick. It's going to have to be a little bit more. She's now. Oop, that was close.
That was the 46, I think, of Ryan D. Cook.
I believe that is correct. But what a fabulous driver she is, though. Let's talk about it really quick. She got in a couple incidents early in this race, thought her race was over, all the way back in 13th. Look at where she is now. Second place. Phenomenal drive. Phenomenal drive for that 01 machine. Saved her playoff run, really, if you think about it. I think that could be, we've seen these playoffs where finishing in the top 4 once we come down to the last race of the season comes down to a few points, and you never know. Maybe that 13th place finish would have set her down too many points at the end. You never know. And as it stands, Nathan Harper is in the lead. Lilith Peters there, like we just mentioned, in second. Chris Farrell in third. Garrett Johnston in fourth. Ty Bostic in fifth. Zach Ward in sixth. Mike Slatker there in seventh place. Those are the only playoff drivers that are on the lead lap. After that, you have Jeff Nairn there, one lap down. Philip Vandertwig, John Ledger, Cody Strudel, Justin Horton, and Chuck Van Scoik, all a lap down or more.
That's a shame for Chuck. He had qualified so well. But again, we talked about this is a type of race where those drivers who are familiar with road course racing do very well, obviously, and those who are not, they're really holding out for next week.
For sure.
So our schedule next week takes us to Nashville Super Speedway for the last race in the round of one.
I love it. Yes, it's one of my favorite tracks. I'm very biased because it's like 30 minutes away from me. But hey, it's one of my favorite tracks. But it's not as easy as it looks. You know, it's a concrete surface. It's concrete, 1.33 mile track, and you have to take care of your tires there, or else you're going to be sliding around. And turn 4, it comes up on you pretty quick. It reminds me a little bit of Dover a little bit. So it'll be fun to call that one in my hometown.
All right, Lilith Peters has now made up she's 10 seconds out, but she's made up 2 or 3 seconds in the past 5 laps.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very impressive. Could we potentially see Lilith Peters battling for a win? I mean, she's picked up quite a bit of time. Maybe she heard me. She was like, hey, John said that I need to go, so I'm going to go. And she's been going.
Well, we also will see some drivers. I think they have to pit one more time.
I believe so, yes. I believe so.
They pitted last on lap 17. So mathematically that says lap 34 with 16 laps to go. So that's in 4 laps. You could hear the cars bottoming out. The way that this car is set up for the road course, going around the parts of the oval, they are just bottoming out.
There they are.
So Lilith is trying to work really hard around these lap guys. She doesn't want anything to hold her up as she tries to catch back up to Nathan Harper. Not a lot of pickup, but there she breaks into the sub 10-second gap, but she's running out of time.
She is running out of time, and that's something that you typically don't have at road courses. But she's getting there, though, Rick. I mean, it's been looking at the last lap. You had Nathan Harper run a 122 flat. Lilith ran a 121.5. So mathematically, she needs to make up roughly about a half a second a lap or more, just maybe 0.6 per lap to be able to make it up to Nathan Harper in time to pass him. So we'll see what she's able to do. But you have lap traffic, you get a lot of things that could go wrong here at your car off the track. I believe
John Ledger.
It's John. Yep, John Ledger.
So it's easy here on this track. Take a corner a little bit wide or misjudge your entry, and you'll wind up into the rumble strips, the painted area, and the scoring tower will count you as being off track.
Yes, it will.
So now just 9 cars remain on the lead lap. Now we're in the 9-second.
Oh, car in the wall
Who was
right on
that?
the other side of Nathan Harper. I'm not sure who that was. Might have been the 46s around Ryan D. Cook.
Oh,
the threes
look at
on the
three
side.
is
Man,
vetoed. Unfortunately,
Yep.
there was big damage there. John Ledger is now on pit road. He's got some front end damage.
so 46 spun, and the 3 got in contact with the 46. That sent him wide, head first into the Bank of America safer barrier, and that's how that happened.
Let's see if we can bring back up. This is the 3. Through the signs.
Yeah. Maybe another time. Don't know what lap that was on specifically. Right here.
Oh. I think he was still looking at making it past the driver in front of him, that he just didn't hit his marks for braking.
Yep.
Oh, and as we're talking here, Nathan Harper is on pit road.
Nathan Harper on pit road.
Chris Worrell as well.
Yep. That's going to cycle Lilith Peters up to the front. Leader, speeding penalty. Oh no, Nathan Harper. That is correct. A speeding penalty for Nathan Harper. Oh, Rick.
That changes everything.
You know who's going to be in the lead now.
Your new
Here she
leader.
is, Lilith Peters. Lilith Peters. Talked about her in the pre-race.
Surprise.
I mean, a little bit,
No,
if
I'm
you
not.
think about it.
No one's surprised.
Well, the fact that she got involved in an incident, and now she came in pit road a little bit.
Yeah, she locked
little
him
bit
up
hot
on pit
there.
entry.
She did. I don't see anything right now. I see Justin Horton as well as Jeremy Flanagan has potentially a black flag, but I do not see anything for Lilith. But what I was saying though, Rick, is she had that incident. You know, she
She took
went,
fuel only. Fuel only.
Wow. That's the way to do it.
With 16 laps to go, Lilith Peters just took fuel only. Garrett Johnson gets cycled up to the lead, but he has not made a stop. Zach Ward in, Mike Slagter now on pit road. And the back of the top 10 have not made it in on pit road. Aaron Jackson now, Sammy Harrell, Chad Jones, Jeff Nearon, those guys are working their way down onto pit road at this stop. This will be the last stop of the night. Scheduled anyway. Oh, Nathan Harper.
Oh no. Just goes from bad to worse.
Hang on, what happened there?
Did he just lock it up?
Oh, yep, that's not quite the same hit that Chuck did into that same spot, but that's going to do some damage. Again, Garrett Johnson is currently in the lead. However, as we stated earlier, he has not cycled down onto pit road. But if I recall, he actually stayed out the latest. He was out until lap 18 the first time by, so.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, just 15 laps to go here. That's Sammy Harrell being passed by Garrett Johnson. Garrett Johnson is your leader, but again, we expect him onto pit road next time by. Lilith Peters on, well, actually, I was going to say fresher tires, but they're not.
No, they're not fresh tires at all.
And here is Garrett Johnson on pit road. Okay, that puts Lilith Peters now back in the driver's seat. She is now your leader. With just 14 laps to go here at the Roval. We're going to take an opportunity now to run another quick commercial. Again, you won't miss anything. We'll be right back.
Hi America, I'm Mark Casper, President of Tech4Troops. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for making 2023 such an amazing year. We completed our mission and it feels good to have another successful year behind us. But I want to tell you, this year, 2024, is our 10th anniversary. 10 years of doing this mission, and you have been so supportive of us. So I want to take a moment to say, please continue to support us. We're going to have an event or more every month. Please stay tuned in our calendar. Please stay tuned on our social media. Join us in the celebration of our mission and what we do. And we look forward to seeing you and having your support for our mission of ending veteran homelessness through bridging the technology divide. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome back to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We are at the Roval with 13 laps to go. Your leader, Lilith Peters, out front. We have 7 cars still on the lead lap. A lot of attrition here at the Roval, as we talked about earlier, being that hybrid road course oval, it takes its toll.
It does. It does. And, you know, you can even have mistakes and have issues, and you could still come out up front, which is what happened with Lilith. She was sideways. She was wrecked, and now she's leading the race here with 13 to go. Already got her pit stop done. Sitting nice and pretty, but you have Chris Farrell right there in second place, currently gaining on just a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Oh, we got him. I think something happened with Chris. He is losing a lot of time right now, Rick.
Yeah, he lost 3 seconds there. He went off track. I think we've got that on video. Let's bring it back.
Yeah, he went a little, he had turned that Fender machine into a Fender lawnmower.
Yep, there you go. That cost him 3 or 4 seconds.
There it is. That's all it takes.
Yep, now with 13 laps to go, Chris Farrell needs to make up 1 lap, 1 second per lap. Pit information says the 72 of Jeremy Flanagan blew an engine after hitting turn 1 wall, and he is effectively retired.
Wow.
So retirees that we know of is Nathan Harper. Is that true? Yes, Nathan Harper has retired. Guessing that impact with that wall damaged his car beyond the ability to run. So Luke Bullard as well. Jeremy Flanagan we just spoke of. Christoph Hall is out, as well as Maurice Burnett and Zach Allen. Surprising, Jeff Denis is still going.
Hey, got to give it to him. Got to give it to him.
Yep, looks like he's been able to leverage his time in the pits. That last time he was in for 7 minutes, but he was able to get a lot of his repairs made.
Wow.
Got to hand to that pit crew.
Absolutely.
All right, so there's not a lot of battles on the track. We'll go back up front. That's Lilith Peters. We'll just kind of maybe run down through what we've got. She is currently in the lead. Chris Worrell is in second. You know, the last time we did this, we were jinxing these drivers as they went around the track.
It's not our fault, we promise. We don't do this on purpose.
Garrett Johnson sitting in third. He was your leader before that round of pit stops. Ty Bostic solid fourth. That's kind of where he started tonight, but
Yep.
he is up to fourth. Zach Ward currently in fifth. He is +4. Although the big mover is this guy, Aaron Jackson. He's in sixth, but that's +10.
Wow, that's big. That is big on a course like this for sure. Kudos to you.
In seventh, Mike Slagter, the winner of that Amazon loot from the Tech4Troops folks. He is currently in seventh. Sammy Harrell is showing in eighth. Chad Jones in ninth. And Jeff Nearen is our 10th place driver. All right, well, all that was going on. There's a lot of movement happening up front. So right now, there's
Jeff
only
Neede just went
six.
off as well.
There's only 6 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, well, that's road course racing for you. There she goes, lapping in 39 again. Oh, 40 is into the wall big time on the other side of the track. Hope he's all right.
Well, that beautiful nose that his guys have put back on that car, it's gone.
And 39 is spun out back on the track in turn 1. On the oval, turn 1 of the oval, I guess I should say.
Nope, too hard on
There
the
you go.
throttle. That's all it takes. Oh, it goes around again. This is live.
Wow.
That was a pirouette. As Justin Horton was saying, how many laps are left? Got to go. 9
Yeah.
laps.
Yeah, 9 laps left for the 01. I mean, I'm not going to call it a comeback victory, but pretty close
Yep.
for sure.
The folks at Kaiju Cats Motorsports made it clear that Lilith is the only surviving Kaiju Cat Motorsport driver out there now. Jeremy Flanagan has retired. Justin Horton's out there showing Kaiju Cat 39. Chris Worrell is now 18 seconds behind Lilith. But you know, if you're Chris Worrell, you want to race, finishing second, that's not bad.
No, gives him more points. Gives him more points. And while we're talking, Lilith Peters just ran her fastest lap of the race, a 1:21.1. So, yeah, she's, it probably has a lot to do with fuel as well. But still, what a run from the 01 machine.
She is a full second quicker than Chris Worrell.
Wow.
I got David Watts also just crashing. Oh, that was the 22 of Bostic up the outside. David's like,
Wow.
Okay, I'm done.
He's like, I'm going up here for now.
It's a whole lot easier just to park it up here. And I think, did David retire? He may retire. He just now in the pits.
Possibly.
All right, now just 5 cars left on the lead lap with 8 laps to go.
Yeah, with 7 to go now, 19-second gap. Oh, 20's around. Got it back going.
Watching the 20 as he heads into the bus stop.
Turtle?
Could have been, no, just overcooked it.
Overcooked it. Yeah, it's probably one of the best. I mean, he missed the turtle, which is great actually, and he missed the wall. So that's if you have to spin out there, that's a place I'd recommend doing that. So always taking notes. Always taking notes.
Everything is a learning lesson.
It is. And one thing I'm learning is to never count out Lilith Peters, Rick. She is
She's on a tear.
now on an absolute tear. 1.2 seconds faster than Chris Worrell last time by.
She's only 10 seconds behind Zach Ward to lap another car, potentially. But she has picked off the tail end of the field for the past 15 laps.
She has. And one thing I'm looking out for, Rick, is Chris Worrell, I believe, is close to incident point limits.
Oh.
So that's going to be important. I believe it's 17. Is that correct?
I don't know. Let's get something from admin.
I want to say it's 17, and you get a drive-through or a hold. We don't see it often.
Made a request to get some details from admin. We'll see if they're available. But crossing over that, he's just got a lap or two to come in and get that taken care of.
Yep, no, he definitely hasn't crossed it yet, so should be all good. Lilith only has 5, so she is in the clear, unless something catastrophic happens.
Yeah, that was probably from that earlier incident with her.
Mm-hmm. No other battles really going on the track right now.
Well, we'll come back to Lilith Peters and watch her continued success. It's kind of going back field here. That's John Ledger. He is currently just ahead of Chris Worrell, who is putting it out there. He's just off the track there. And that makes Chris Worrell go right by.
Hey, you know, I whatever kind of technology iRacing has for those signs on the track, I think NASCAR needs to invest in those, because John just drove right through them and it didn't get torn up.
Yeah,
that's good
no
marketing
damage.
right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
C22 of Ty Bostic currently showing in 4th.
See some parts of a car all over the place right there.
Not sure who that came off of. Got the 7 of Zach Ward. Currently showing in 5th. Does have a very cool paint scheme.
Oh yeah, always does. Not much else happening on this track now with 4 laps to go in this event.
John, if you bring up the info, does it give you that information on the incident points?
Let me take a look. It should. Unlimited max incidents.
Oh,
So no incident limit. Interesting.
all that stuff we're telling you about, never mind.
It does not apply.
So the incidents
Which is-
won't get you, but damage and tagging the wall will.
Yeah, and meatball flags, had a couple of those, I've heard, so.
All right,
now
just
3 to go.
3 to go. Yeah. Working our way up to the top here. Right now, Lilith Peters, Chris Morrell, Garrett Johnson. Good showing for Garrett.
Great showing. It's exactly what he needed. He needed a good finish tonight to get his way up through into the point standings and see where he can go.
Right now, I've got Aaron Jackson as so far the highest non-playoff driver, currently showing in 7th. I know that there's always something there that the league does for each driver that who finishes the highest non-playoff driver. I think it's a little financial reward.
Just a little bit.
Just 3 laps to go here in the Tech4Troops Roval. This is our, again, first round, second race of the first round of the playoffs. 16 drivers will get cut to 10 after next week in Nashville Super Speedway. Just 2 laps to go. We'll stick with Lilith to finish this out because she'll take the white flag next time by.
She has extended her lead, Rick, to 25 seconds.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I think Chris Morrell just burned up his stuff trying to run her down.
I mean, yeah, it's a matter of that. I guess we do have a position starting to form, but our battle between Mike Slafker and Aaron Jackson, though, that is for position. That is for 6th and 7th. That is a battle we want to pay attention to. But here comes Lilith Peters. She just took the white flag. You'll see that change right there. Lilith has 1 more lap to go.
Follow her around. If you see that battle heating up a little bit more, John, let me know. We'll jump back to that. This is her last time around the Charlotte Roval. She'll etch her name into the playoffs, guaranteed with a win. Or to the next round of playoffs, rather. We cut this 16 down to 10.
Yep. And Rick, that battle is heating up just a little bit right now. They're pretty close. Aaron Jackson in the 14 and Mike Slatker.
Racing
There they
back
go.
to their finish. They're currently sitting in 6th and 7th. This is the battle for 6th. Slagner
Yep.
holds it. Aaron wants it.
Yep. But Lilith Peter is now making her way down to the final 2 corners here at the Roval.
Oh, Aaron just went through the paint. Couldn't get it slowed
is.
down.
And Lilith, oh wow, that was close. Lilith almost hit that car right there at the start finish line, but she gets the win here at Charlotte.
Let's
I don't know.
replay
I
that.
don't know if she stalled that car or what, but you see that car right up there. The car stopped, kind of hidden. But you come out of this corner like, whoa, I can't go high. That
I
was
think that
the
was her
39.
teammate.
Yeah, Justin Horton.
That was other Kaiju Cat winner. He just figured he was just going to park it at the start finish line and let Lilith just stop.
He just wanted to get a front row seat to her winning the race.
That's it. Well, I'm sure they're getting
There you
a
go.
picture at the end. So, do I have race results? Not quite yet. We've got to wait for everybody to make their way around, no matter what their finishing
do.
is.
Looks like Chris Farrell just finished the race.
It's the longest wait on these road courses to get everybody to get back and at least cross that start-finish line so we can announce the final results.
Exactly.
Okay, we got results.
All right, here we go. Bringing home the win tonight at the Roval, playoff race number 2 in the round of 16 here is Lilith Peters of Kajikat Motorsports with Chris Farrell in second, Garen Johnston there in third, Ty Bostic in fourth, Zach Ward in fifth, Mike Slatker in sixth, Aaron Jackson in seventh, Chad Jones in eighth, Jeff Nairn in ninth, and Philip Vander Twick rounds out your top 10.
Cody Sturgill finishes in 11th, Ryan Cook in 12th, Marco Berube in 13th, John Ledger in 14th, Justin Horton in 15th, Sammy Watts in 16th, David Watts in 17th, in 18th, Nathan Harper, 19th for Luke Bullard, and 20th for Jeff Nanine.
In 21st, you have Chuck Van Squik, Jeremy Flanagan in 22nd, Christoph Hall 23rd, Maurice Burnett 24th, Zach Allen in 25th.
All right, we're watching these teammates battle a bit. We do have our third place finisher, Garrett Johnson, in the waiting room. Let's bring him into the broadcast booth.
Hey.
Garrett, congratulations on your finish.
Hey, thank you so much.
So, are you a big road course fan?
I mean, I run occasionally in the like the endurance races and stuff like that, but not so much in the Cup Series. I'll be honest. Jumping in here about 15 minutes before the race started was the first time I've practiced.
Wow. Well, you did a great job. So, I mean, you qualified sixth for tonight and finished third.
Yeah, I kind of just moseyed my way around and tried to roll with the punches and remember that in these cars around a track like this, less is definitely more. So just tried to not overdo it and stayed patient. And, you know, I guess I messed up by taking tires. That shows how little I've practiced. I didn't even know if I was supposed to take tires or not, but, you know, always happy to take a top 3. So
Congratulations. Any shout out tonight?
yeah, well, you know, thank you guys for being up there in the booth, and thanks to everyone who puts this league on. It's a lot of fun every single week. Shout out to everyone watching at home, and we will see you guys next week.
Sounds great. That's Garrett Johnson, your third place finisher tonight. And let's see if we can dig Mr. Chris Worrell out of the green room. Chris,
Bye.
welcome to the broadcast booth.
Hey there.
Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you.
So, are you a huge road course? I just asked Garrett the same question. Are you a huge road course fan, or?
I'm a fan. I'm not good at it, but I'm a fan. I was
You're
really looking forward to trying to keep up with Lilith and Nathan there. I don't know what happened to Nathan, but I really wanted to try to stay behind them and maybe learn something and just kind of focus in. But I just got beat and banged up too many times. Hit the wall a couple times myself.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
both Nathan and Chuck Van Squake were bitten by the same corner.
Yeah, I had about at least a minute and a half in damages at the end of the race. So somewhere around there. I don't know. It's funny because everybody in this league is such good people. Like, everyone's really nice, and because of that, you got guys that are more than willing to just let you by, pull over and let you by, and sometimes that can be a lot harder, you know, to do, you know, last minute when you're trying to run and keep up pace. Hopefully next time everybody just runs the race and doesn't try to let people by, because it can be a little frustrating. I ran over a bunch of people there for that reason, but, you know, obviously I wasn't expecting people to just slow down in front of me or come
Well,
to a stop.
I
you know?
think if you were to poll the drivers, if they had a place that they would want to run again, I don't think many would suggest a road course. So I think they did their best to just try to stay out of your way, but sometimes trying to stay out of your way actually puts them in your way. So
Yeah, and I'm just being a negative Nancy. I was just frustrated. I really wanted to follow those two and try to stay within a good distance and not finish so far back from the leader. But so that's why I'm frustrated. But other than
well,
that, I'm just thankful to finish second.
yep, no worries. So next week we are at Nashville. Is that a better track for you?
Yeah, it's a good track for me. So
All right, that should
looking
be
forward
fun.
to that.
Any shout outs tonight, Chris?
Just everybody in the league that showed up. Lilith, she had a great comeback. Congrats to her. James couldn't make it tonight. His wheel was messed up, so hopefully he'll be able to make it to the next round on points already. And Aunt Mary, if she's watching, give her a shout out. Other than that, thank Elliot and all the admins and you guys for putting on the broadcast.
You got it. That's your second place finisher tonight, Mr. Chris Worrell. Let's bring Lilith into the booth real quick. Lilith, congratulations on your win. Lilith, can you hear us?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Congratulations
Hello.
on your win.
Thanks. It was hard fought.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw that earlier incident that cycled you back to 11th, but man, you got the hard charging award for sure.
Yeah, I did maybe a few hours of practice throughout the week, and this is one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite. So I wanted to win. Plus, it'll lock me in.
Yeah, you are locked in, and you've been able to take advantage of your road course skills to dominate both road courses so far this season.
I didn't dominate. Nathan had the win there, I think, but he got a speeding penalty and something else, so
yeah,
I'll still take it, but I feel bad about that.
Well, it's it happens. You saw both, I think, Nathan and Chuck Van Scoik also had the same. They bit the same wall, unfortunately. So
yeah, that's unfortunate. Survival of the fittest kind of race for sure.
It absolutely is. So, what are your thoughts going forward to Nashville? That's next week.
I do not like Nashville, so I'm glad I don't really have to worry about it. I'll be focused on the next round.
Yep. So the next round, that puts us, let me look at, we go right to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Ew.
Yep. And then Martinsville, and then Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. It'll be exciting.
Absolutely. Well, there's your winner, Lilith Peters. Lilith, any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, I'll shout out my sponsor, Luna Steak Sauce. Buy that at foxfirefoods.com. If I win, you get a discount, the code in there, so I guess buy it. And thanks to my teammates, Nathan and Jeremy and Chad had a good run too. Thanks for broadcasting, guys.
You got it. There's your champion tonight, Ms. Lilith Peters, taking the win. Chris Worrell finishes in second, and Garrett Johnson finishes in third. John, interesting race.
Yeah, very interesting. Congrats to Lilith for the comeback win there. She obviously liked the track. She said it's one of her favorite tracks. So, you have that. Then you have some people who just don't really like it that much, which that's the beauty of racing. You got a guy who doesn't like it in second and somebody who does. Lilith Peters in first. Gotta love that. She's locked into the next round. Looking forward to next week, my hometown race. So love calling that here
I don't think
the
Lilith
IWM
likes
broadcast.
that. She's not a fan.
I thought she said she was a fan.
I don't know.
Who knows? Hey, she's won 2 road courses. I consider her a fan in my book.
There you go.
There you go. So Nashville's next week. Looking forward to that. And make sure to tune into tomorrow night to the iNASCAR Racing Series. We are going to be at Worldwide Tech up there in Madison, Illinois. Going to be covering that race for them tomorrow night. Same broadcast network, same time.
All right. Folks, thanks for tuning in tonight to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We will see you next week. Good night.
Good night.